Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to week 1 of Microbiology 205. This is the lecture portion of Micro 205. My name is Jonathan Jeffries and I will be your professor and guide as you journey through the world of the unseen, as I like to call microbiology. If you read my introductory, oh, by the way, I had a tooth knocked out. So I'm working on getting that fixed. So just ignore that for the time being. If you read my introductory announcement, I will restate here for emphasis. This is a 7-week course. If you've taken courses here at GCU, you're familiar with the format. It covers a lot of material in a short period of time, and it goes very, very fast. So it is in your best interest, I say, to keep up with the weekly readings and the weekly assignments. The schedule is open, right? That is, for the most part, you have the whole week to complete and submit your assignments. However, waiting until Sunday evening to try and get everything done, especially if you're taking lab as well, not a good POA, not a good plan of action. So just be aware that things go quickly and Sunday evening rolls around pretty fast. Um, and I can't just haphazardly give out extensions just because you forgot or just because you ran out of time. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. Okay, so this week, oh, by the way, all times are Phoenix, Arizona. I say GCU time, okay? So it's incredible with these distance education courses. Um, Anybody from any place in the world can take this course. And in fact, this your section here is I've had students from other countries take courses before, but this section is probably the most diverse international course of microbiology that I have had. I could go down the list and I can list a dozen different places where people are from. So, but I'd say all that to say no matter where you are in the country or where you are in the world, all submission times are based on U.S. Mountain Time. That's Phoenix, Arizona time. That's Grand Canyon University time. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right, this week you touch on 3 topics: microbes in a human world, or should I say humans in a microbial world, because after all, there are 5 nonillion, I'm saying that right, 5 nonillion bacteria on the planet. 5 nonillion. Think about it. That is 5 times 10 to the 30th power. That's 5 with 30 zeros after it. After it, it's astronomical. I mean, you can't even begin to process that in your head. So probably means nothing. So try this. There are more microorganisms on Earth than there are stars in the sky. There are more than 1 billion microbes in a teaspoon full of dirt that you might scrape out of your backyard. There are more than 1 million bacteria that can fit on the tip. That's the pointed end of a pen. That's that's like a push pin, not an ink pen. The pointed end of a pen or a sewing needle. There are more than 1 trillion microorganisms living on and in your body right now. In fact, we say the microorganisms are ubiquitous, and that's a fancy word that means everywhere all the time. You can find microbes, bacteria all over in every ecosystem, in every habitat, on every continent. Yes, that includes Antarctica. You can find bacteria there living perfectly well. All right. So they're all over the place. They really are literally everywhere all the time. Second topic is molecules of life. I know this is a microbiology course. However, you do need to know little bit about protons and neutrons and electrons and atoms and how atoms are put together to make molecules and compounds. We collectively refer to all of that as biochemistry, which is, I took a whole year of biochemistry in undergrad, as an undergrad. It's very superficial here. Just touch on the subject. And in fact, most of the atomic stuff, element stuff, uh, covalent, ionic, hydrogen bond stuff you've been exposed to before from in high school biology, probably. So it'd be kind of a review for you anyway. And the third topic on tap for this week is cell structure and function. And I realize this is Wednesday. I'm getting this announcement out late. So most of you have touched on these things already, but I just want to reiterate and refresh. There are marked differences between bacterial cells. We call them prokaryotes. Karyo pertains to the nucleus. Pro means before the nucleus. So it's before the nucleus formed um, evolutionarily. Those cells, like bacteria, we call prokaryotes. They have no nucleus. They have genetic material. They're living organisms, but they just do not have a formal nucleus with a nuclear envelope or a nuclear membrane around the genetic material. And human cells, we call those eukaryotic cells. Karyo means nucleus, EU means true, so cells with a true nucleus are eukaryotic cells. Organisms made up of eukaryotic cells are referred to as eukaryotes. So there'd be plants and animals and your pet dog and goldfish and yourself as well, all eukaryotes. So you'll learn to distinguish between the two types of cells and come to appreciate, I hope, how bacteria can infect our cells and cause horrible diseases like meningitis and tuberculosis, anthrax, all of those kinds of horrible things. All right, I call this next section my housekeeping items for the week, so here they are. I want to familiarize yourself, if you haven't already, with the syllabus and the assignment schedule. Um, most of you, I think, I've answered most of you, in fact, with your introductions at your first discussion post, your introduction. It is due no later than 11:59 p.m. GCU time tonight, August 20. Okay, so if you haven't done yours, you still have some time. My suggestion, if you read my announcement, my published announcement, my suggestion was pre-write your post in Microsoft Word or some other word processing program that you like, do a spell check and a grammar check, and then copy and paste that into the discussion format. You can do it however you want. I'm just saying it allows you to do a word count as well. It doesn't matter so much this week, but later on we get into meaty discussions. I say that your post must be substantive or substantive, we say here on the East Coast, in the South. And so that means they must be at least 150 words. So you want to make sure you hit the mark on that. You can do a word count if you use a word processing program first. That class introduction, as I said, is due this evening, 11:59 p.m. You make your first real discussion post. You just follow the prompts. It's T1 discussion question 1. Follow the prompt. It's mellow. Everything is mellow as far as that goes this week. Your substantive post must be 150 words and have at least one authoritative reference. That does not count for either your introduction or your first discussion post this week because it just doesn't apply. However, that discussion post follow the prompt. It's just asking you, what do you know about microbiology kind of stuff. But that is due no later than this coming Friday. That's August 22nd, 11:59 p.m. GCU time. You'll hear me say 11:59 p.m. GCU time over and over again. It will sound like a broken record, but I'm required by the university just to remind you of your deadlines. Now, make sure you can connect to Connect. Now, Connect is the McGraw-Hill platform that you will use to access all of your assignments, save for a few later on in the term. There are some assignments that you will download directly from Halo. However, most of your stuff, including your quizzes and exams, will be done through Connect. That's McGraw-Hill. So, what you want to do, if you haven't been there yet, what you want to do is go to class resources on the left-hand side of your Halo course page. Scroll down till you see class resources. Click on that. At the very top, you'll see Nestor's Microbiology. That's your textbook. There's a little blue link below that says Go to Resource. Click on that little blue link. That'll take you to Connect. And then you'll sign in with your GSU credential, your email, and make up a password, and that'll get you into your section for microbiology. And then you'll see again on the left, you'll see topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, like that. Click on T1, it opens up a drop down menu, and then you'll see some SB. SB stands for Smart Book activities, and then at the bottom of that list, you'll see your microbial, I think microbial cell structure is what this week you're working on. Homework, and then you'll see microbial cell structure quiz. Those are the two things that that count for your grade or count towards your grade for this week. The SB activities up above, SB stands for Smart Book. Those are activities the um, within the Nestor Microbiology text at McGraw-Hill. Those are activities that allow you to review a chunk of information and then answer some follow-up questions to help you kind of learn and um, set in your gray matter the information. Those SB assignments do not count towards your grade for the week. Only the homework and the quiz count towards your grade. So just be aware of that. Okay, let's see. Connect. Once you're in Connect, yeah, microbial cell structure. Okay, I did it. All right, cell structure assignment, and that's homework. Cell structure quiz. Both are due no later than Sunday. That's this Sunday, August 24, 11:59 p.m. GCU time. Textbook is Nestor's Microbiology, A Human Perspective, 10th edition. Oh, and my note here says it's always available on the right vertical menu on your course page. And there's also a number of resources there as well. Speaking of resources, frequent class resources on the left side of the course page because I post stuff there frequently. Usually, if I post something new, I'll post an announcement about it. But right now, I have a midterm topics review, final topics review. I have a guide sheet on doing your discussion posts and peer responses. I have a video tutorial on using Myra. I have a video tutorial on binomial nomenclature, how to write the names of bacteria and any other organism for that matter. And I have a video tutorial, oh yeah, on searching the GCU Digital Library. You're looking for authoritative resources. Peer-reviewed journal articles are the most authoritative resource that you can ever find, that you can ever use. I have a little video tutorial on how to search the GCU Digital Library to find those journal articles. All right? Pay particular attention to due dates on all of your assignments. Proper credit can only be given for complete and timely submissions. Any questions, issues, or problems, contact me as soon as possible. You can message me 804-229-7993. You can use your Halo inbox or message box. Those are the two quickest ways to get a hold of me if you need something right away. You can also use your email, jonathan.jeffries@my.gcu.edu. When you go to email, you just start typing my name and I'll pop up. You can send me that. I check my, if I'm in my office, by the way, I'm in my office 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. That's U.S. Eastern Time. If you're in Arizona, you're on Mountain Time, so I'm 2 hours ahead. But if I'm in my office, when you message me or send me a message on through Halo, I can usually get to you right away or within a couple of minutes or 30 minutes or so. Outside of office hours, I'll get to you as soon as I can, which is usually during the day, some point during the day. Wednesdays and Fridays are my flex time, so I am in and out of the office. You might catch me, you might not. If you send me something on Wednesday, I'll get it on Wednesday, but it may not be immediate. And then I check my email multiple times during the week and also during the weekend, so you can certainly send me something via email, but I may not get to an email until maybe the next day, 24 hours or like that. So just be aware of those time issues. Okay, then I posted a link to a video by Professor Dave. I love Professor Dave, and I think you will too. It's called The Introduction to the Microbial World. The link is there on the printed announcement. It's a YouTube video. It takes you to Professor Dave, Introduction to the Microbial World, and that kind of gives you an idea of where you will be headed for the next 7 weeks. Okay, that's all I have for you at the moment. And again, usually I post my video announcements on Monday. But anyway, so have a great day, a great rest of the week. Let me know what's going on in your world. If you need me, I am always here and available for you. It's my pleasure and honor to serve. So have a good week, and I will talk to you very soon.